Greetings and welcome, online investors. I'm Peter Norman from the Online Investment Conference, and today we've got another news release backgrounder to share with you. On December the 17th, Cartier Resources announced that they cut 44.7 grams per ton of gold over zero point 0.5 meters and 7.5 grams per ton of gold over 4.6 meters, extending to 10 kilometers the high-grade gold potential at East Cadillac. Joining us to provide more insight is Philippe Cloutier, CEO of Cartier Resources. Philippe, more news from East Cadillac. What's the story behind this latest release?
So we've completed the drilling for this year. There's still some outstanding results that we'll keep receiving in the new year, but here are the highlights of today's release. The results basically show that we've extended the high-grade gold zone potential now over a 10-kilometer strike length within the Larder Lake Cadillac fault zone. In the bluegrass sector, namely, as you pointed out, 44.7 grams per ton over half a meter and 7.9 grams per ton over a meter, as well as in the West Portal area where we intersected 17 grams per ton over half a meter. But also we've expanded the high-grade gold zone in this area, namely where the West Simon sector is, with 18 grams per ton over 1.7 meters. And that's included within, obviously, 7.5 over 4.6 that you mentioned. And those grades are situated between the previously reported portal zone where we had intersected 7.2 over 8 meters and the VG31 intersection. Remember that intersection that had returned 241 grams per ton? Well, that was within a 35.3 gram per ton intersection over 4.4 meters. In summary, this year we drilled 162 holes for 28,000 meters. We now have 10 high-grade gold areas over a 10-kilometer strike length, and we're currently planning over 100,000 meters to drill test further these discoveries and expand further east and west. So let me show you this on a map. This morning's results are in this area, as you can see. So they cover the entire width of the Larder Lake Cadillac fault zone, and they extend mineralization well past 2 kilometers to the west for a grand total of a 10-kilometer strike over this part of the fault. And obviously, we can continue drilling to the east and to the west. So we'll be back next year for sure. And so I'm going to keep it short today. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to drop me an email or call me on these numbers that you see on the screen. I will always return my calls or my emails.
Phil, excellent presentation. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to wrap things up. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce another member of our team this morning. Her name is Christelle. In 2025, she'll be joining us on a regular basis to reach out to our French-speaking shareholder base. So Christelle, I'll let you take it away.
Bonjour tout le monde, je suis Christelle Rio-Quintin et j'habite en Abitibi-Témiscamingue depuis 2 ans. Je suis originaire de la France. Je travaille pour Tout Court Communication et je vous annonce ma collaboration avec Ressources Cartier dès 2025 pour vous faire découvrir le monde captivant de l'exploration minière avec Philippe Cloutier, notre prospecteur d'or. Donc, je vous souhaite de belles fêtes de fin d'année et je vous dis à l'année prochaine dans la vallée de l'or ou sur l'or.
Christelle, thank you very much, and we look forward to having you join us in 2025. And now, Phil, why don't we go back to the news release and have you wrap it up and give us the key takeaways of today's presentation.
So here are the key takeaways. Remember, 3 things. We extended the high-grade mineralization now to cover a 10-kilometer strike length of the Larder Lake Cadillac fault zone. And you know this can continue east and west for an additional 10 kilometers. In this area, west of the past-producing mine, we've expanded the high-grade gold area. So now it covers the entire width of the Larder Lake Cadillac area over a kilometer, over a strike length of over 2 kilometers, which adds to the previous 8 that we had discovered. And so we wrapped up our program with 162 holes for 28,000 meters. There are still assays in the lab, so we might start the year 2025 with some additional high-grade drill results. We now have 10 high-grade areas over a 10-kilometer strike length of the Larder Lake Cadillac fault zone, and we know we can continue to expand that. So that's why we are currently planning over 100,000 meters of follow-up drilling to further discover and explore along this prolific fault zone. And as you've just mentioned, myself, you, Peter Norman, and Christelle Rio-Quintin are going to embark on an adventure to reach out and raise awareness for our story throughout 2025. If you need to contact me, don't hesitate to drop me an email or reach me via my mobile or my telephone landline here. I always return my calls and my emails. So you guys have yourself a very nice holiday. Be safe, be well. Thank you once again.
Well, Phil, the news keeps getting better and better. As always, there's a lot to look forward to, and I encourage everyone to stay tuned for more exciting updates. Thanks for watching, and as always, à la prochaine.